If I told you that December 31st means absolutely nothing, that January 1st has no power over your life, and that the hope you place in the new year may have been sabotaging you for years, would you feel irritated or relieved? Because today I didn't come to motivate you. I came to disturb you. The Stoics believed that discomfort is the first sign of growth. Seneca said that it's not suffering that destroys us, but our refusal to face it with honesty. For Stoicism, everything that hurts reveals something that was hidden. And almost always, what was hidden was a comfortable lie. And if you've ever felt a strange emptiness at Christmas, if you've noticed an absurd pressure to appear happy at the end of the year, or if every January comes with a silent frustration, that's not a coincidence. It's the clash between collective expectation and personal reality. It's the moment when the social narrative collides with inner truth, and the body feels it before the mind admits it. Stay with me until the end of this video. What you're about to hear is uncomfortable, but it may save you years, maybe decades, of self-deception. Before we continue, if this kind of content really makes you think, subscribe now, leave a like, and turn on notifications. That helps the channel and ensures you don't miss videos that don't try to deceive you. The calendar doesn't exist. Time isn't divided into months. Time doesn't know what Monday is. Time doesn't recognize the new year. The calendar is a human invention. A social convention created for organization, not for transformation. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that everything that exists happens only in the present. Not in the month. Not in the year. But now. For the Stoics, past and future are mental constructions. The only place where virtue can be practiced is the present moment. But at some point in history, we made a dangerous mistake. We started treating symbols as if they were real forces. We believe that turning a page on the calendar has the power to turn our lives around. But your body doesn't know it's January. Your brain doesn't receive a chemical signal saying, now it's different. What changes isn't time. It's the story you tell yourself. And here the first self-deception is born. Confusing symbolic hope with real transformation. Why we need symbolic dates. Human beings struggle to act without ritual. We need beginnings, milestones, ceremonies. The Stoics knew this. But they never handed responsibility over to dates. They used rituals as reminders, not as excuses. The problem isn't creating dates. The problem is outsourcing to them a responsibility that is ours. When you say, after Christmas, I'll start. Next year, I'll change. On Monday, I'll deal with it. You're not organizing yourself. You're postponing. And postponement is comfortable, because it feels like a decision. But it demands neither action nor risk. Seneca warned that the greatest waste of life is postponing what we already know must be done. Not out of ignorance, but out of emotional cowardice. And the Stoics knew this long before us. Stoicism and the war against procrastination. For the Stoics, postponing moral change wasn't a lack of time. It was a lack of courage. Seneca said it's not that we have little time. It's that we waste a lot of it, mostly waiting for the ideal moment. Stoicism doesn't believe in when I get around to it. It doesn't believe in life phases. It doesn't believe in the right year. For a Stoic, the question isn't when. It's why not now? Marcus Aurelius wrote reminders to himself saying, stop talking about what a good man is. Be one. None of these ideas depend on the calendar. All of them depend on immediate, imperfect, honest action. Christmas is social theater. Christmas today is less about presents and more about performance. A performance of happiness. A performance of unity. A performance of success. The Stoics saw social performance as an ego trap. Living to look good was living outside of one's control. Epictetus said that the moment you need external approval to feel at peace, you've already lost your inner freedom. Families that can barely stand each other gather to take smiling photos. People in debt buy gifts so they don't appear inadequate. Loneliness becomes taboo. Seneca warned that there is no greater slavery than living according to others' expectations. There's a silent obligation to be okay. And when you're not, the guilt doubles. Because beyond being sad, you feel wrong. As if you were failing at a social role. But the problem isn't Christmas itself. It's what we project onto it. The false promise of new year, new life. Every year, the same script. This time it will work. This time I'll change. Now everything begins. January arrives full of promises. February starts demanding results. March already brings excuses. And before you realize it, you're waiting for December again. The calendar becomes a cycle of artificial hope. And the Stoics were clear. Hope without action doesn't transform character. It relieves you now. But later it charges you in frustration and guilt. How the calendar steals your responsibility. Every future date becomes an alibi. After the holidays. After the break. After the year turns. And so you push important decisions back for years. Epictetus taught that everything we postpone turns into mental weight. And everything we avoid becomes harder over time. An honest question. How long have you been promising yourself the same change? 5 years? 10 years? What if you're using the calendar to run away from yourself? Real time according to the Stoics. For Stoicism, there's only one real time, now. The past doesn't respond. The future doesn't obey. But the present demands. The Stoic doesn't wait to feel motivated. He acts out of commitment to reason. He doesn't announce change. He changes in silence. And that's deeply uncomfortable. Because it removes every elegant excuse. How to use dates without being enslaved by them. Dates can be useful if you know how to use them. Not as promises, but as reviews. Not as hope, but as diagnosis. Marcus Aurelius wrote daily to evaluate his own character. Not to promise a different future. The problem isn't marking time. It's believing it will do the work for you. Real change doesn't happen on symbolic dates. It happens on ordinary days. The truth no one wants to hear. The year doesn't change your life. Christmas doesn't transform you. The calendar doesn't save you. If nothing has changed so far, turning the year won't fix it. But here's the liberating part. You don't need to wait. You don't need permission from time. You just need to stop lying to yourself. If this video disturbed you, comment now below. I read every comment. If you know someone who always promises to change in the new year, share this video. And if you want more content that doesn't deceive you but wakes you up, subscribe to the channel. Because the world already has enough motivation. What's missing is responsibility. And that doesn't depend on the calendar.